I had done what is considered one of the best education in France. It's called the Grandes Écoles, and then probably the best MBA that you can do in France. And no one had ever taught me how to work. I had learned a qualification. I had a lot of great thing about business, about the analytical space and so on, whatever. But I had never been taught how to work. And my way of coping with that was to work harder and harder. And that planted a seed in me that led quite a few years after to create Work Smarter, Live Better, because I had never been taught how to work. And I have seen so many leaders who had the same gap that I had. This gap between we have great education, but no one had ever taught me how to work. That's what started Work Smarter, Live Better.
I think that's so fascinating. And it reminds me actually, many, many years ago, I had a sports coach who told us we were kind of going through practice as a team and maybe weren't really like putting in the effort at that day at practice. I don't know. But she sat us down and she said, it's one thing to know how to play the game, and it's another thing to know how to practice. And those are two different disciplines, right? Like the skills of playing in the game and knowing the rules of the game and knowing the this and the that, that's all good. But you also need to know how to practice effectively. And it's almost, when you were talking, it reminded me of that moment with her, because what I'm hearing you say is it's not enough just to know the technical details of business, that you get in an MBA program or in your aeronautics background, kind of knowing about that industry. You also have to know how to work, like how to do the work as a human being. And that seems like a really interesting realization.